Good day students. In this video lecture we will be seeing the basic terminology associated with the association analysis. So binary representation, item set and support count and association rule. These terminology are very key for the understanding of the association analysis and the algorithms related to that. So please pay attention very properly and go through this each terminology very carefully. So let us start with the binary representation. Market basket data can be represented in a binary format as shown in this table, where each row corresponds to a transaction and each column corresponds to an item. So an item can be treated as a binary variable whose value is 1 if the item is present in a transaction and 0 otherwise. So if an item is present, then we can consider it as 1. So if that item is not present in the transaction, then we will consider it as 0. Here the presence of an item matters a lot. So each of this item can be considered as an asymmetric binary variable, since presence of the item matters a lot compared to the absence of the item. Actually, this table gives us a very simplistic view of real market basket data, because it ignores certain important aspects of the data, such as quantity of the item sold or the price paid to the purchased item. All those things is not considered in this simplistic view. We will adhere to this simplistic view and we will continue our discussion. Whatever the quantity of item purchased or price paid to the item purchased or validity of the item purchased, all those things we will not take into consideration here, but actually that those things should be taken into consideration if you are making a very critical analysis. Next we will move on to the item set and support count. So let us consider I a set. I is equal to I1, I2, I up to ID be the set of all items in a market basket data, and capital T is equal to T1, T2, T3 up to Tn be the set of all transactions. So each transaction Ti contains a subset of items chosen from I. Why do we say that? We say that because here the each transaction may not contain all the items from the item set. It may be containing the subset of items. So if you take the transaction 1 over here, it contains only 2 items from the entire item set. That is, out of 6 items, it is containing only 2 items. If you consider the transaction 2, it consists of only 4 items from entire 6 items. That is why we say that each transaction Ti contains a subset of items chosen from I. In some cases there may be chances that it may contain all the items. We need not worry about that, but we say each transaction Ti contains a subset of items. So what do you mean by the item set now? Item set is a collection of 0 or more items from the item set we are going to. That is the item set. It is a collection of 0 or more items. So if an item set contains k items, it is called a k item set. For example, here if we take bread, milk, diapers, then we call it as the 3 item set. Beer, milk, diapers, then we call it as a 3 item set. So it depends upon how many items you are going to consider. Next we will see what do you mean by a transaction width. This is very crucial definition. A transaction width is defined as a number of items present in a transaction. Suppose if you take the second transaction in the above table, it contains items set bread, diapers, but not bread, milk. So if you take here the second transaction, it doesn't contain the bread milk, but it contains the bread diapers. So transaction width means number of items present in a transaction. So next we will see what do you mean by the support count. Support count refers to the number of transactions that contain a particular item set. Suppose if you say that bread and diapers as the item set, how many number of transactions are going to contain this bread and diapers? That is the support count. So mathematically the support count is given by the following formula, that is Ti, where X is a subset of Ti and Ti belongs to the capital T, that is the whole transaction set. So in the data set shown above, the support count for beer diapers milk is equal to 2. Why it is like that? If you see here, beer milk diapers, so beer milk diapers, beer milk diapers, so it occurs only in 2 of these transactions, so its support count is 2. Suppose if you take bread milk diapers, in that case also the support count is 2. The reason is 2 of the transactions consist of bread milk diapers. Beer milk diapers is also 2, since the 2 of the transaction is going to contain that particular item set. So that is regarding the support count. Next we will move on to the next definition, that is the association rule. So what do you mean by the association rule? An association rule is an implication expression of the form X implies Y, where X and Y are the disjoint item sets, like how we had over here, that is we had, right, that is diapers implies milk, or bread milk diapers implies beer. So association rule is X intersection Y is null. Next we will see how to measure the strength of the association with the help of the support and confidence. So support determines how often a rule is applicable to a given data set, that is support count of a particular rule divided by the total number of transaction. What do you mean by a confidence? It determines how frequently items in Y appears in the transactions that contain X. It is given by support count of X union Y divided by support count of X. Let us clear the definition with the help of example. Suppose if you consider the rule milk diapers implies beer, so milk diapers implies beer, here the support count will be is equal to 2 by 5. Why it has become 2 by 5? Because the numerator is the X union Y, means it should contain milk diapers beer. How many number of records are containing milk diapers beer? Milk diapers beer is contained in only 2 transactions, so the numerator will be 2. Total number of transactions are how many? 5. So 2 by 5 will be 0.40. So how do you calculate the confidence of the rule? Confidence of the rule is given by the support count of X union Y divided by support count of X. So already we know that X union Y is 2, because 2 number of transactions are having that. Why the denominator has become 3? Because X part, that is milk and diapers, is contained in 3 records, 1, 2, 3. In transaction 3, transaction 4 and transaction 5 we are having both milk and diapers, so denominator become 3, so 2 by 3 is 0.66. So there is one more measure called as lift, which we can use for measuring the strength of the association rule. Since it is not mentioned in your particular syllabus, we are not going to see that, you can refer any web resource for the lift measure. So here we will end the lecture of basic terminology of or terminology associated with the association rule. Thank you.